Hello and welcome to the A Quilting Life podcast. I'm Sheri McConnell from A Quilting Life.
And I'm Chelsi from Chelsi Stratton Designs.
And we are here today with you on February 9th, 2026, just a few days before Valentine's. We have a really fun episode for you with some good quilting topics and some good Valentine's fun. But I'm going to start and mention our sponsor, Cozy Earth. We love Cozy Earth. We encourage you to shop there. They have a variety of products. We started our Cozy Earth journey with the sheets and I have not used another brand of sheets
Neither
since.
have I.
Yeah. So, and I have backup pair and, so I can always switch one out when one is being washed. They come with a 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty, so you can always send them back if there is any issue. I think I mentioned the last time I talked about Cozy Earth too. I love their socks as well. We got some socks a year ago, and I wear them almost every day because I've been wearing boots every day this winter. So take a look at Cozy Earth, browse around. We recommend everything actually. And you can also get 20% off with our code A Quilting Life. We also have a link in the description below. And if you get a post-purchase survey, please let them know that you found them through our podcast. Okay, and I am going to now turn it over to Chelsi, who has the quilts on the table and the wall.
Yay! I actually want to say all my quilts are done as of now, so I do have more to share coming up. But today on the wall, we have Hello Fall. This is actually an older pattern, and I wanted to make it in the Birch and Willow collection. So we have some pumpkins with hearts in them, and then lots of flying geese. And it is fat quarter friendly. Another great thing I love about it is you're able to use the low volume prints in the heart centers of the pumpkins. Lots of fun, and my friend Gail did some cute pumpkin quilting on this. I love it so much. On the table, and Billy and I have actually done a video on this. This is corn maze, and it is jelly roll friendly. I love that you're able to use all the low volumes in the collections, and you could make these blocks scrappy, but I love all the various shades of orange and grays that you can kind of mix in together. And Gail also did the quilting on this one for me too. It's really cute. So Hello Fall on the wall and corn maze on the table, and these patterns are available.
We always try to share a little bit about what's new. And for us right now, the most recent thing is that we were on the Fat Quarter Shop live stream on Friday, January 30th. It was so much fun. It was almost like being back in Texas.
Yes.
But we were here in our studio and Kimberly was there in Texas, and we did a trunk show. We both showed 20 quilts probably.
Yeah.
So
it was a lot.
Over 3 fabric collections.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of our quilts from the last 3 fabric collections, Delightfully Yours, Poinsettia and Pear, and Birch and Willow. And we did a little Q&A after. It was a lot of fun. If you weren't able to make it live, you can watch it. There's a recording, and we'll have the link in the description below too.
Yeah, we love being able to do the live streams and just feel super grateful for Kimberly and everyone and just miss them so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will jump into the listener quilt section part of the video today. We had some good submissions for this episode. The first one is Candy Boxes quilt, and it was submitted by Casey. Hello, I'm truly enjoying every podcast, video, and blog post. Thank you so much. I just finished my king size quilt, 102 inches by 102 inches, with your favorite things collection and using the Candy Boxes pattern by Sheri. This took about 6 months, as this was an after bedtime during the week and at nap time on the weekends project for me. So she had some windows she had to navigate through there. I only had 1 layer cake and 3 mini charm packs, so I had to add in some white, pink, red, green, and gray solid fabrics to make it work. I had to get creative to make the quilt larger with the fabric that I had, so I went for a more scrappy look than the pattern outlined, as I wanted to use every scrap of fabric I had. Thanks to Pinterest, I found a sashing and border that worked with the fabric I had to make it larger. I then free motion quilted it with my Juki. I was so happy to be done quilting it partly because I was done, as in I was over quilting since it took forever, and partly because I was done and it was finished. Thanks for everything, and go Mariners. And that's from Casey. So I don't know if she's from Washington, but
yeah,
go Mariners.
Awesome. That was a beautiful quilt. I knew it was bigger. I didn't know it was king size looking at the photo.
Yeah.
So yeah, awesome.
Okay.
That is an accomplishment, king size.
And then the next one here. Hello, Sheri, Chelsi, and Billy. I'm emailing today from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, where it is full-on summer, a couple of weeks out from Christmas. So we're actually going to finish all the December ones in this episode. Yeah.
Awesome.
So this is still sent before Christmas. I made this quilt called Floral Raspity using a fat quarter bundle of favorite things. I wanted to display it against a backdrop of agapanthus in my garden.
I don't know. That's a flower I haven't heard of.
Okay. And she said, quote, Aggies
okay.
are at their best right now. So I'll have to look that. I didn't look that up prior to. I thought I'd add in my orange pill cushion pillow. Thank you, Sheri, for the free pattern. I made this last Christmas and loved it so much I never gifted it. Instead, it has joined my cushion and bear collection on the bed in my sewing room. I enjoy your podcast so much and hope that you all enjoy joining me on the treadmill at the gym. I alternate between you and Corey.
Aww.
Both podcasts are perfect length for a brisk walk in air-conditioned comfort. No time wasted. I guess by the time this hits the podcast, we'll be into 2026. Good job.
She's on it.
Yes.
And she said, I look forward to another year of a quilting live. Regards from Janet.
Thank you.
Awesome.
At first she threw me off. I was like, "What? How are you guys going to join her at the gym?" And then it realized she listens to you while on the treadmill.
Yeah.
I'll join you at the gym.
I love
Janet.
that.
Just
I'll go to Australia and
just
go
the
to
other side of the world.
Yes. I love that.
Well, good job and thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful quilt.
Okay, last one here. It's your Brightly Sampler quilt along, which
we just finished that up in the summer.
Yeah, that's right.
2025.
Is in 2025.
Yes.
Hello, Sheri, Chelsi, and Billy. I'm a longtime viewer from Colorado and always get so excited when I see a new video go up. The way in which you all interact brings me so much joy. I'm usually sitting in my chair knitting while I watch you. I learned to quilt about 20 years ago. I was a hospice nurse working the night shift, and a lovely nurse friend of mine offered to teach me how to quilt. I haven't stopped since. I wanted to share with you my Brightly Sampler quilt, which I finished during the quilt along this past year in 2025. I do have to say I'm not one to join in on quilt alongs because I'm not patient, but I did finish maybe even a bit ahead of schedule, and I'm so in love with it, I bought the kit from Fat Quarter Shop. I look forward to more quilt alongs in the future, and that is warmest wishes from Deb.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Really good job there. It looks
Yeah,
awesome.
it's a beautiful,
Really
beautiful job on the Brightly Sampler.
I love the Brightly Sampler.
Well, thank you for those. And that does finish up, I believe, I'm almost sure, all the ones from 2025. So now moving forward, they'll be from
2026.
this year.
Awesome.
Yeah. There's one person I need to email her back because there was one that I need to ask for the pictures back because I couldn't download them. So maybe that'll be later.
Okay.
But anyway, just wanted to say that in case she's watching. Okay, so we'll jump into our topics now. And one of the things we did at the beginning of the year, my mom did a sort of kick off the 2026 year and gave some suggestions for organizing, planning, things like that, things that she wanted to get done. And then she asked at the end of the video for any things that the listeners or viewers were interested in seeing either on the YouTube channel or us talking about on the podcast. And we got a lot of really good feedback. I'd say more about different like video topics and things we can do for this year, and then some for the podcast as well. But one of those was this, and I thought I saw this several times, and it was generally about tips or, help with sewing with smaller pieces. And so I wrote down a lot of questions, a lot of different things that I guess you could talk about down there. But as a general topic for sewing with small pieces, what are some of the best advice or tips, the things that you guys can offer to help people with that?
Yeah, this is great. I also have a blog post I'll have you link in the description. It's on tips for improving your accuracy with quilting, but because a lot of the ideas for there are absolutely for small pieces. Billy has a whole bunch of questions for us here. One of the questions I thought we should start out with, would you recommend not starting with small pieces of fabric too early in your quilting journey in order to avoid frustration? And that's probably a big yes, don't you think?
Yeah. Can I share a quick story?
Yes.
When I first started my quilting journey, I wanted Camille has a mini tulips pattern. And I really thought, oh, well, it's simple because it's small, and it was small pieces and it was pretty off. And I was very like a little bit frustrated. I probably shouldn't have started with that just at the beginning because I really, really was brand new.
Right.
Not that you can't.
Right.
But I just think there's a lot of tips that could help you that I didn't know and wasn't using at the time. So that's just kind of my feedback.
Yeah, I like what you said. You could start with a small piece project, but if you do, you better have
some tips and tricks.
Some tips in your toolbox.
Yeah.
Yes. So, because otherwise it is, when you're just beginning, bigger pieces, bigger squares and rectangles, there are just a lot of beginner-friendly patterns that can help you build that confidence.
Yeah.
And then you could move to simple shapes with small pieces too. The pattern you're talking about had angles and points.
Yeah.
And so
leaves.
Yes.
You know, that was a lot of different techniques.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But if we're going to go and kind of start at the top, I would say the first thing is you might want to spray your fabric either with a starch or a fabric spray, like Chelsi's talked about, the flatter. Spray and iron everything and make sure that it's completely dry before you cut anything out. That will really help.
Yeah.
So, because you're going to want to be as accurate as you can when you cut. And if you've just got some freshly ironed fabric, that's going to help your accuracy.
Spraying with smaller pieces is I feel like smart too, because you don't want, if the pieces are already cut small, you really don't have anything that you can waste on it. If you start getting frayed edges or things like that, you know, you want it to be really secure.
Yeah. And you don't want to just start spraying with a spray starch or a flatter after you've cut everything out, because it might shrink your pieces. So,
and that has happened to me as well.
Me too. So spray and iron press. Just start out with a really nice piece of fabric before you begin. The other thing I would really recommend too, and we tell everyone this all the time, but have a new blade on your rotary cutter.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. I mean, you can expound on that. But
no, well, I made a couple quilts recently, and I have a new pattern called October Days, and it has a lot of smaller pieces and a lot of different blocks. And the first thing I did was I switched my blade on my rotary cutter. You have to make sure my cutting I take really seriously, and I am double checking and making sure on my ruler that it is the correct measurement, even if everything's lined out on the mat. You have to make sure that it's on the ruler.
Yes, that's a good point.
That's a good tip.
Measure from your ruler, not the mat. And that's always important, but even more so with small pieces.
Well, my mom told me that one time, and I said, no, everything's accurate because it's on the mat. And she's like, you need to measure, you need to check your ruler. Game changer, because my quilter had actually told me one time, she said, your pieces are off because that's why things are off. And I realized I was just blindly cutting, and my ruler it was off a tiny bit where I was cutting, and helps a ton.
I also was thinking, I've been sewing with a Juki this week while my Bernina is in the shop.
She's so sad.
It's actually done. I got the text yesterday, an hour after I left, being blocks away from where it was, that it was done. I couldn't believe it. Then I didn't want to drive another.
Back.
Yeah. But with the Juki, there's a different button for the needle down, but I believe when you're sewing with small pieces, starting with the needle down in the fabric will really, really help instead of starting with the needle up and
never
having
heard
a
of
chance of it. Really?
Oh, getting all stuck in the,
Yes. So if you put your needle in the fabric to begin with, So that's a tip.
Wait, that makes so much sense.
Okay.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah. So, and I do it most of the time anyway, not just with small pieces, but I had to think about it more this weekend when I was
Never
sewing
thought to do that.
because there was a button I had to keep pushing. So,
And now I'm thinking of all the blocks that I've started where it got stuck in the little teeth and everything.
Right.
And I'm like, what? Like
Right.
ripping it out.
because you didn't start with the needle down.
Man,
Yep.
you learn something every day.
Yeah.
You've had so many quilts come out lately with the fabric collections close, but can you each mention from the last two collections, like what quilts do contain small piecing?
Christmas Lane.
Okay. And that was a row quilt, right?
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't your medallion quilts have some small piecing too?
Well, my October days, is the medallion quilt
Okay.
that I just finished.
Pumpkin Hollow has some small pieces with the leaves, similar to the leaves in your medallion.
Yeah.
But also Wreath and Pine, my medallion quilt, has some 4-inch blocks. So,
And I do see a question on here that says, are there some blocks that are easier to sew with small pieces?
yeah.
Absolutely, because every block is unique. You might have a beginner-friendly block or a more difficult block.
right. And then again, I would consider using specialty rulers or papers. If you're making half square triangles, for example, that finish at 1 inch or smaller sometimes, use the paper.
And I didn't, and I'm so mad.
Going to come out perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. Or at the very least, size it up and trim it down. That's another good way. With small flying geese, if there's a flying geese unit and it is smaller than a 2x4 finished, I am definitely going to use the block lock for those. It's just
size them up, and then
they just come out perfectly if you do that. So,
And then to follow up on that question you brought up, Chelsea, is there a type of block that for smaller piecing that's easier? I guess it would probably be easier
squares,
for
strips.
just basic squares. Is triangles tougher than flying geese or vice versa? Or?
yeah, I think squares and plain rectangles, if you're using small pieces, are the easiest.
Good to start with.
I enjoy sewing flying geese. I think it's because I just turn on my audiobooks, but I get so angry when I have to make a half square triangle.
That's so funny.
And I write my own patterns. But
Yeah.
you
You're
will
like, who
find,
wrote this?
Yeah, you'll find in most of my patterns, I easy corner those things all the time. I'm like, well, I'll just easy corner it.
Interesting.
And you want to know who's just like me? Joanna Figueroa.
Oh, really?
She despises.
Oh, I did not know that.
She easy corners everything she can.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm actually in the process of designing a quilt with a lot of half square triangles.
Oh my gosh.
But I already was looking at, I'm trying to figure, I'm in the process, where will this work with a pre-cut? And I want to make sure that it will, but still be able to use paper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's extra fabric.
I also see it says, are there certain pre-cuts that help with sewing? No, it's all fabric.
Okay, well, the one I had in mind was the mini charms because they're already cut so small. Is that make a difference or not really?
And
If you're using 2.5 inch.
Yeah, if you have something that calls for 2.5 inch squares and you have a mini charm pack, that's great. And the other pre-cut that I like is a honey bun.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to cut those 1.5 inch strips.
They're narrower, right?
True.
They're skinnier.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I feel like the honey bun will even help with little 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch squares. I'm thinking of Chelsea's Whimsy night pattern.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of terrified to start sewing that.
Oh, it goes together so
and then
fast.
It went so fast, and
The
I
way
was
it's
just
designed
like, yes,
is quick.
Yeah, I love. I might have to make a king size of that.
Oh, could you
That's
imagine?
how much I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to as well.
That would be like so great in our next collection. So.
And then along with the time, like you said, so it's going to be more time consuming too, right? If you sew a quilt with more small pieces or?
I don't know. I would just say don't rush it is what I would say. Don't try to rush through sewing with small, because I think then you'll get flustered and.
You know what's really funny?
More mistakes, which would take more time.
I just made 2 quilts, completely different quilts, October days, that has multiple blocks, tons of tiny pieces. And then I had a 9 block quilt that was large. I made them both in 2 days. I made them both in the same amount of time.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
But
I can make a quilt in 2 days.
Was a lot smaller than the other.
Yeah, true, but it was a lot more pieces.
The one with the little pieces was a lot smaller, right?
It was a lot smaller.
So,
but it's more pieces.
Yeah.
So, but that sort of evens it out because then the bigger block.
That's true.
They did go together faster.
My family thought I was crazy. They're like, "You're never going to finish this pattern." And I said, "Oh,
I didn't.
You watch me."
I didn't think you were going to make both quilts in that amount of time. So yeah, you surprised us all.
Guys, I
believed in you, Chelsea, because we had talked earlier that week, and she said, "No one thinks I can do this, but I'm going to do it." She did it.
It's true.
Yeah. I love it.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you for believing.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, and then it says, any other advice or thoughts you can think of? I say the last piece of advice I would say is don't stay away from it because you think it's going to be hard, because it might turn out that you absolutely love sewing small projects.
Yeah.
And I have had so much fun. I've been starting to hang some mini quilts on the wall behind Chelsea where she's sitting, and I just love mini quilts. As I've been getting them out and putting them on the wall, I just love them. So there's just something about those smaller pieces that's really, I don't know.
That was also my advice, was don't be intimidated by the project.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count smaller projects out at all.
Yeah, I love that.
And you made a mention of the smaller quilts on the wall, and that reminds me also from that video, one suggestion, because we're in a new sewing space, about doing another sewing room tour.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that will be coming sooner rather than later, maybe later this month. But my mom was still putting things up on the wall, had a lot of different, like we mentioned again, fabric collections coming through. So yeah, hopefully sooner than later.
I think we could film it next week.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully by February, by the end of this month.
And we're going to have to kind of film it. This is a production note. We're going to maybe have to film it either after we film everything else or before, so that there are all these lights on in the way, and just use a regular camera.
Either way, we'll make it work.
Yeah.
So
okay.
But everyone will be able to see it shortly. Okay. Well, good job. I think that was a lot of advice there. Hopefully that will help people that ask that question and help you moving forward. So to finish off this episode, we figured it's Valentine's Day this upcoming Saturday.
Billy made my whole day when he sent the outline over.
Yesterday was the Super Bowl. We talked about that last episode. We sort of picked the Seahawks, so hopefully they won. Hopefully we were right.
We don't know.
Yeah, it was the Seahawks versus Patriots. We didn't even know that before our last episode, so we'll see what happens, but hope everyone had a fun Super Bowl Sunday if you like watching football. And then this upcoming weekend is Valentine's Day. And on a scale of 1 to 10, let me ask you this both first. How big into Valentine's Day are you? 1 being not at all, 10 is like, it's your favorite holiday. Before we get into this, I think we should set the bar of where you guys are with Valentine's Day first.
5.
Okay, right in the middle.
I feel like my husband should take me to dinner or get me flowers, but that's about it.
Okay.
And when I had kids, I felt like sometimes it was a nightmare getting all the stuff for all the classes, right?
Yeah.
Do you
the Valentine's.
Now it's so
trauma
easy.
from like...
Now it's so easy. Before you had to buy the card, you had to have your kid sign the card, put it in the envelope. Now it's so easy. You can just buy prepackaged treats and just put your name on it and pass them out.
Well, you have companies that will put the name.
Really?
It's insane.
Oh, wow.
Actually, I'm going to comment on this.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead,
My
Chelsea.
mom was a great mom.
I remember doing those when I was in elementary school in the 90s. So
she did every Valentine's Day. She was at every class party, and this is not this is not to make anyone feel bad, because I don't do this at all. But she really was great about that stuff. So that's part of the memory, but Valentine's Day is not my thing. Like, get me some Thai food, and I just want to I just want to go to bed early.
Yes.
I'm at that point.
You just don't want to cook and you want to sleep.
I finally had a moment where my daughter, she had her basketball practice, then she had to go to a different basketball practice in the town next over to us. And she got home. She's like, I got homework. And I said, I'm going to bed. And I did. And she stayed. I don't even know when she went to bed. And it was the first time I've ever done that. Normally I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to stay awake
until my kids go to bed.
Yeah. And I thought, I've entered this stage where I'm just like, I'm going to bed. But yeah.
So less than 5 on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, it's a 5.
Okay, so right at a 5.
Because I do want the food. I don't want my husband to watch it. I don't have to do anything. No, you will get me Thai food. and write me a note. Telling me thank you.
So I just wanted to like set the bar before we jump into this so people sort of know like you're not the biggest Valentine's Day, but you also don't hate it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I would be much lower than that. I'm lucky.
You're a guy, though.
I'm lucky, though, because my wife is not a fan of Valentine's Day either. Yeah, I think it stems a lot from her birthday being so close to it, just 3 days after.
Close.
Yeah. So she's just never been a fan of it. So that worked out really well for us.
Yeah.
As we met.
Billy, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first topic, we're going to do start, bench, and cut. I don't think I mentioned that. Maybe I did.
Yes.
Play along with us.
So we have some different categories here. So the first one, I did the candy topic, and we have the choices are the candy hearts, the ones with the little phrases on there, Hershey Kisses, and heart-shaped Starburst, or any other like fruity candy. Like every fruity candy makes some heart-shaped version of their candy. So basically, the classic candy hearts, Hershey Kiss chocolate, or a fruity heart-shaped candy.
Okay, who's going to go first?
You're going to go first this time. Okay. I always go first.
So I'm going to start the candy hearts just because of nostalgia. And I really do. There's something about just like a pure sugar candy that I love.
I'm going to barf.
Candy corn or candy hearts. I'm going to bench the Hershey Kisses, and I'm going to cut the heart-shaped Starburst or other fruity candy.
Okay, this is really funny. I'm going to start the Hershey Kiss because that is a classic. I will bench the heart-shaped Starburst or fruity candy because I do like a good sweet tart. And here's why I cut candy hearts. That is just chalk. That is nasty chalk. I will take a sweet tart, Starburst or fruity candy, but candy hearts are gone, man. When those came out every year, I was like, ugh, rolling my eyes.
Some brands are better than others.
If it's a sweet tart, it has to be tart.
What about you, Billy?
I would start Hershey Kisses just because I like chocolate more, but I'll put the candy hearts coming off my bench and then bench the other stuff.
Okay.
But, the candy hearts are interesting because remembering like in elementary or middle school, like you said, individually packaging those Valentines. And then if you got one that says, maybe it's like, you're cool or I love you.
Yes.
Like, does she really love me? Did she put meaning in that? Or is this just
Samantha gave me the one that said I love you and not that you're cool. We're getting married.
Yeah.
It meant a lot too when you're in 4th grade.
That's true. That's true. And the reason I benched Hershey Kisses, you'll find out in a different category.
Thank you for the insight into your childhood, Billy.
Oh, there you go. The next one is the cards. So would you rather have a funny card, a romantic card, or a very simple one that probably just says Happy Valentine's Day with a personal note given to you?
Personal notes are very important to me, so that is my start. I love it when my kids leave me a personal note. So gonna start that one. Funny is benched because obviously I love a good funny card. Romantic, no. Unless you're Mr. Darcy and you knock on my door, no. Cut.
Okay. You, Mom?
I'm actually going to go the same with Chelsea. The personal note always wins.
Always.
And funny is always fun. And romantic, I'm always kind of like, is this really?
Yeah, this is cringy.
Do you really think this? But I do
are the
have
light
to say,
of my life.
Yeah. I do have to say about the cards, Billy is my best.
Oh my gosh.
Child for cards. And I always appreciate it. He always gives me cards.
He gives, okay, but he gives the best cards.
Yes.
Like my husband, he has given, like the only cards we've really saved are from Billy.
Yes.
Because he gives really funny cards and we have to keep them.
Yeah. That is Billy's one of Billy's superpowers is giving good cards.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, because if I had to do it, I would say funny would be the start. Like I like finding clever, funny cards. I do like that. And then I'd go simple with the personal note, and then cut romantic as well. So we're not a romantic family. We're not really a romantic family, as you're finding out here.
Lovey and huggy and stuff.
Okay, so now for gifts, and we're just sort of taking some typical Valentine's Day gifts. So roses or flowers, any type of flowers, chocolates, or a stuffed animal, bear, teddy bear, anything else.
Okay, it's my turn to start, I think. I will say roses and chocolates are kind of close together.
Yeah.
But it has to be vanilla nut fudge cream from C's Candy.
Oh, wait.
If it's going to be a chocolate, right?
So that would start?
Chocolate. That would start over a rose.
Dad is good at
But if it's any other chocolate, the rose would start.
Give me the rose.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
true.
And
Mom loves it.
The stuffed animal, I have to say, are cut. I can't stand them. Probably because I had many children who loved and one child sitting at this table that was obsessed with Beanie Babies.
My whole bed was covered in stuffed animals.
I can't believe the amount of money we wasted on Beanie Babies. And then one day she was just like, I don't like them anymore. You can just get rid of them.
Are we sure we didn't throw away some, or you didn't throw away some really
expensive ones?
Yeah,
I probably donated them all to Goodwill.
And somebody's rich right now.
Yes. So
I wonder if those ever panned out. I'm not 100% sure. There's probably some that are, but
I don't know. Chelsea was sure we were going to be millionaires if you just get me this Beanie Baby. So
I had a plan as a kid.
Yes.
That's funny.
We're going to start the stuffed animal.
Of course.
Of course.
Good. That's good to hear.
Love that. That does make me happy, at least.
My kids love stuffed animals. All my kids' beds have stuffed animals.
Harper has those mallow
squashmallows. They're everywhere.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Yeah, stuffed animal is starting, guys. Number 2 is flowers, roses. And I don't like chocolate.
Yeah,
so chocolate is cut. I really don't like candy.
Yeah.
Give me some chips.
Yeah.
Chips instead.
Me too. Chips and salsa.
Yeah, chips and salsa.
Cool. All right. The next one is food. So food on Valentine's Day.
Wait, are you going to tell us?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you have to.
I would actually do stuffed animal first. Obviously.
I knew it.
I don't want anyone giving me, and then chocolates, and then flowers, or even. You want to hear a quick story about Isabel and I?
Yes, yeah.
Our second date ever, wasn't our first date, but our second date ever was actually the day before Valentine's Day. And I was talking, because I was a teacher at the time, and I was talking to someone at work about, I'm like, hey, I'm taking this girl out. We've already been out once, but I know it's like Valentine's Day the next day. I don't want to be weird. I don't even like Valentine's Day. Like, what do you think I should do? And then I was given this suggestion of don't get anything that says love. Don't get, any over the top, but maybe go buy a bear or something that just has just as a gesture. So it's not over the top and everything.
Right.
Good advice.
And so I actually went to Build-A-Bear.
Who gave you this advice?
You went to Build-A-Bear?
He was
another
a
teacher?
temporary aide that was helping me out.
Second date?
Class.
Okay.
No, we didn't go there. I went there before.
But
we actually went to a soccer game for our second date.
But the bear has a heart in it.
Yeah, it does. Everything built. Well, I got her a dog.
Oh, okay.
And so we went to a soccer game, and then I'm thinking we went to a soccer game, bowling. And actually, my friend Eddie was actually with us at the game. But he disappeared for most of it. Anyway, and then sort of funny story. And then so after the whole date was over, at the end, I had it in the back of my car and I dropped her off and I got you something. And then I gave her the dog and it didn't say love, but it had like a little thing of flowers on its wrist.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't know if you like Valentine's Day, but I got you this dog.
This is so Billy coded.
Yeah, so she really liked it and she still has it. Yeah.
Awesome.
So it worked out for
stuffed
me.
animals
and
for
then
the win.
Then we got married like 8 years later.
Yeah.
I hope you guys know this really is how Billy is. He's like, yeah, like here's this thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
that's pretty much how I did it. But so because of that, I think stuffed animal has to be on the top of my list. So anyway, that was a long story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. All right. The next one is food. So would you prefer a fancy dinner, breakfast in bed, or just stay at home with your favorite takeout or home cooked meal for you? And Chelsea sort of already answered this one.
I'm going first.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go first.
I'm staying at home with some takeout. But see, what we like to do is oh man, guys, Thai food. But then then on the way home, you also pick up a pizza and put it in the oven. So you also have something else.
Yeah.
Like we do this all the time.
So you eat Thai, you do eat out then? You don't.
So we do. No. What I do, well, I would pick it both up.
Okay.
We do this all the time when we go to Vegas. We'll be like, okay, we're going to hit this and hit this.
Oh, and take things home from two different places. Oh.
So takeout is number 1. I'm so hungry right now. Number 2 is a fancy dinner because my parents take me to this restaurant for my birthday every year. Well, like for the past couple years.
Yeah, 2 years. So.
And my husband, who doesn't really say a lot, like he's not a big talker. Every time we get in the car after that meal, he's like, I love your birthday now. Because he's like, your parents take us to this restaurant. It's so good. So fancy dinner is number 2. And then breakfast in bed is number 3 because, I don't know, I have a hard time with breakfast foods. I would rather just eat enchiladas for breakfast. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can't do like real breakfast for I'll do breakfast for dinner and it tastes good.
Yeah.
But breakfast for breakfast? No.
Yeah.
Give me enchiladas with rice and beans.
Interesting. Yeah.
Anyways.
So I'm going to start the fancy dinner.
Mom loves a fancy dinner.
A good fancy restaurant. Yes, for sure. And then probably stay at home with takeout would be next for sure. And breakfast in bed probably third. Yeah. So
sorry for all the breakfast in bed we gave you.
Yeah.
For Mother's Day.
Fancy dinner, bench, stay at home with takeout, and cut breakfast in bed. Okay, Billy.
Okay.
I know Billy's.
So I'm going to say for Valentine's Day specifically, definitely stay at home.
Yes.
I would never want to be out and about with that. Now, let me ask you this, Mom, because I like to enjoy a nice dinner out as well. However, I don't see anything wrong with celebrating, if you want to celebrate Valentine's Day, doing it the day before, the day after.
Oh, me either.
Why go through all the stress of that?
I'm with you 100%.
Yes.
We
It's
never
so
go
hard to get a
out.
reservation on Valentine's Day.
Yes, we never do it on Valentine's Day. And a lot of that's just because
it's
Dad's
commercialized.
work schedule. Half the time he worked every holiday there ever was. Mm-hmm. So we got used to, but yeah, we'll go a week before. Oh, this is our Valentine's Day dinner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it counts.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love that.
I'm not stingy
Totally
either.
agree. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I would, but on Valentine's Day, definitely stay home
Yeah.
and then go
Because your
out.
food's going to be better when they're
and
not as
breakfast in
busy
bed.
too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So those would be mine. Okay. Next one we did, this was my mom's suggestion here, colors, Valentine's colors. And so we chose purple, pink, and red. Which one? Start, bench, and cut.
Do you want to go first?
I'm going to start pink.
Okay.
I'm going to bench red and I'm going to cut purple.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because traditionally Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do exactly the same.
Yeah.
Start pink, bench red, cut purple. Although
Okay.
there are some purples I like. I love the orchid shade that we've used in some of our fabric collections.
But not for
but not a dark plummy purple.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that.
And we've done something similar to that, like with Sincerely Yours, but
Yeah.
I think right now I'm using, I don't know, purple. Maybe people are surprised by this. Purple was my favorite color growing up, but I just right now, I don't know, pinks and reds are what I would actually use.
Yes.
Or put in my house.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Agreed. What about you, Billy?
Oh, I have to start red.
Okay.
And then I'd bench purple and cut pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like a guy response.
He's pulling a Donatello on us. That's great.
Okay, the next one is a date night. Date night for Valentine's Day, I guess before or after dinner or whatever. So you could either go out and see a rom-com movie, you could go on a long walk on the beach, or you could go to a hockey game because hockey season's during Valentine's Day.
It's true.
But
Or
it's
basketball.
also basketball season.
Okay,
Basketball
fine. You could do
season.
basketball
Or
too.
basketball
But I'm
game.
thinking
Okay.
of us here in Vegas. There's no professional basketball team, but college basketball,
Not
I
yet.
guess. Yeah.
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 Yeah, go ahead, Chelsea.
I'm going to choose to go to a game, but it's going to be a basketball game.
Okay.
Okay.
You got to go to a hockey game sometime. It's fun.
Maybe I'll go with you to a hockey game.
Okay.
Then bench long walk on the beach because I want to go to the beach, but I'm not like a long walk on the beach. Like I want to go swim in the ocean.
Huh.
In February?
Oh no! Whoops! I'm gonna walk on the beach. I'm gonna take a long walk on the beach.
If you're in Hawaii, it's fine.
Cut the rom-com movie because I actually have a hard time watching movies. So, I
Okay.
get bored easily.
Yeah.
All right, Mom, how about
Okay,
you?
I'm going to start the long walk on the beach because I love the beach.
You want to know what? I would wear a
24/7.
wetsuit. I would wear a wetsuit.
But I never really want to get in the water past my knee. I just have too much.
Oh, this is so
I grew
Mom.
up with Jaws. I grew up with all that stuff.
When we would go to the beach in the summer, Mom would be like, "Guys, I put my feet in."
or if I got out to my waist, that was like really big, you know.
And we were all out like boogie boarding.
Yeah. I was terrified. I was just glued
Our
on
lives were like at stake.
watching you guys, making sure a shark didn't come attack you. But yeah, long walk on the beach. That's my favorite. And the game would be the bench because I love a good game. So, and hockey is great. You have to go.
Oh goodness.
There's nothing, it's so much different being there than it is watching it on TV.
I'll
Yeah.
only go if I get to
Yes.
sit right next to the glass.
Well, let's not get too greedy here.
so that if I want to see someone just absolutely slammed up against the glass and I'm like, yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Sorry.
But yeah, this Valentine's Day, I actually will be at a basketball game. So, and I think you will be there with me.
I believe I will be there.
Yeah, so that's on the plan. So
High school game.
high school
Yeah, gotcha.
basketball
High school
game.
game.
Gotcha.
Yes, but rom-com movie that can, just like Chelsea, that can cut.
You could do that every day.
You could do that whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do love a good rom-com, but I kind of have to be in the mood for it and I have to have a quilt to bind. So
Yeah, lots of moving pieces.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, you guys aren't big fans of the rom-com movies.
So
I would go hockey game, then I'd walk on a beach, and I hate rom-com movies. So
I don't dislike them.
Well, I
just have to be
love-
in the mood for them.
Yeah, I love a good rom-com.
Yes.
But it has to be a book I've read that I'm like obsessed with.
Yeah.
Isabel hates it because if she does coerce me into watching one, then I predict the end before almost every single time, and she's like, I'm like, watch, this is what's going to happen. I already got this figured out 20 minutes in.
He knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know.
Like I love
But,
all the
which
Nancy.
is why one of the films I put on there is why I like it so much, because it did different. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry, Mom.
I love all the Nancy Meyers rom-coms, which I don't think you have any on this list, but
Oh.
yeah, her rom-coms are the ones I really love. The Holiday and like The Devil
Oh,
Wears
okay.
Prada.
Oh, The
and
Devil
It's
Wears Prada is
Complicated.
so good.
All these, yeah.
I could watch The Devil Wears Prada.
The Devil Wears Prada is kind of on my repeat.
Number 2 is coming out soon.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so
They've
excited.
already filmed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Meryl
so
Streep again.
Yes, the whole
Oh, wow.
cast.
Yeah.
The
That's
whole
kind of on my
cast.
yearly watch list now.
Yeah.
I should have asked you guys for like your top
rom-coms.
6 rom-coms or something made the list. I just Googled like Valentine's movies, and I picked some that I thought maybe you guys knew from that. So I didn't even see that.
Okay.
Or, maybe I saw it on the list.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Nancy Meyers does rom-coms the best.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, the last 2 categories are 2 series of movies. We whittled it down to like, I don't think Chelsea's seen every single one of these, or my mom.
I do not like
and
movies.
I haven't, so but I know there's a couple that you have seen. So
yeah.
So if you had to stay home and watch a movie on Valentine's Day, even though I know you don't want to, what would, out of this list, Pride and Prejudice, While You Were Sleeping, and The Notebook?
I'm going to go first.
Go ahead.
Pride and Prejudice is starting. That is the love of my life. I could quote the whole thing. We're going to do While You Were Sleeping, number 2. That's actually a movie my friend and I used to watch when we were growing up. And then cut The Notebook. Guys, the romance, bleh.
I'm exactly the same. Pride and Prejudice all the way. True fan. One of my favorite movies ever. Bench, While You Were Sleeping, although that's a really good movie.
Yes.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
And The Notebook, I actually haven't seen it, but I remember, I think it might have been my other daughter was obsessed with it during high school. I think Candace was really into The Notebook.
Really?
Yeah, I think she read the book and
I think
watched
that's when
the
it came
movie.
out, when she was in high school.
Yeah, I think it was a Candace yeah, I think it was her time. So I don't think I ever watched it.
I have seen Pride and Prejudice. I haven't seen the other 2.
Oh.
So you have to, please.
Well, I'm not even going to rank them. I'm not going to do it.
Give
and
me
I'll say
the
this.
satisfaction.
I'll say this. I'll probably never watch The Notebook, because here's another funny story with me and my wife. I made a bet with her one night at sushi that she wouldn't. It was sushi and oysters, and I didn't think she would ever eat an oyster.
Oh.
And she did. And the bet at the time was I would watch Barbie and The Notebook.
Oh.
She ate it. I couldn't believe it.
Was this a raw oyster or a cooked oyster?
raw
This
oyster.
is the funniest thing I've
oyster.
heard.
So I did watch Barbie. This is about around the time when Barbie came out.
Uh-huh.
But she had lost a previous bet for something else. I can't remember.
So you renegotiated.
And she still owes me to watch without falling asleep. That's the key part of it. She cannot fall asleep. All 6 hours of Godfather Part 1 and
oh my
Part 2.
gosh.
Wow.
And so she did her bet. I watched Barbie. And she said, well, you have to watch Notebook. I said, when you fulfill that bet first, I will watch The Notebook. I don't think she ever will.
Oh, wow.
So
Do you
I think
know
I'm
I've
off the
never
hook.
seen Godfather?
Why?
I've never seen it, but I remember my parents watching it on TV when I was young, and I came out in the living room. They were like, go back to your room.
Well, I mean, it's not for children.
Go back to your room. Like,
It's not for
it was
children.
The Godfather, but I've never taken the time to watch it either. So maybe Isabel and I will have to watch it.
It's well, I have to watch it with her to verify she doesn't fall asleep.
Okay.
So anyway, I don't think I enjoyed those films, but I don't think she'd ever make it through them. Okay, so anyway, last set of movies here is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, 50 First Dates, and then my favorite on the list, 500 Days of Summer, which I don't think, have you seen all 2 of those, Mom?
I've seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and 50 First Dates, but
not
I've
500.
never. Yeah, who's in 500 Days of Summer?
Zoe Deschanel and
I know who
Joseph
she is.
Gordon.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the premise of the movie without giving it away?
He
I can't. You know what? Watch
He
it,
can't.
Mom.
You have to
watch
watch
it.
it.
I'll
Watch
watch
the
it.
film.
I actually know about the film. I just haven't watched it. I do a
Okay.
lot of Googling.
But if you like it,
Oh, he loves it.
I like
see,
it.
I should probably watch
You
it.
should.
Okay.
I'm going to go first.
Okay.
50 First Dates because I really, yeah. I remember Billy, I think, watched
Wait,
that
who's
movie.
in that one?
It's
I know
Adam
I-
Sandler.
Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
And Drew Barrymore. And
Yeah.
How to Lose a
And-
Guy in 10 Days is also Drew
No,
Barrymore, right?
Kate
It's
Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
And Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, okay. Now I've got
Yeah.
them straight.
And
okay.
they're both trying to get rid of each other in 10 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 50 First Dates is number 1. because I've actually seen it. 500 Days of Summer, just because I trust Billy and he speaks very highly of that movie. And then I'm going to cut How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I don't know why. I can't. I'm
You don't
never
like
gonna.
Matthew McConaughey?
I'm never gonna watch that movie.
Oh, I like that. I did
Never
like that
gonna watch
movie.
it. Never.
I feel like I did like that movie. I just don't remember which one I liked more. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or 51st Date. I feel like they're about the same. So that's what I'll do. I'll start those two and I'll bench 500 Days of Summer because I'm going to watch it.
We'll come back to it. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Well, like I said, I like 500 Days of Summer.
Okay.
For not a reason that most people might expect.
Okay.
I know why you don't, but don't spoil it.
My wife hates it. I'll say that.
Okay.
And then I'll do How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days second and 51st Dates third. But yeah, like I said, they're about equal.
Yeah, I do like Matthew McConaughey.
They were two rom-coms that I could put up with.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But I like Adam Sandler too. He's funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Anyway, this was fun. This was so much fun.
Always do.
Let's do it again for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Should I was thinking something. Do you think I should show a Valentine's treat to the listeners that's here with us today? Real quick. A chocolate.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
What is happening?
Dutch chocolate.
Okay, I'll do it. Let me give it, and then I'll cut, and I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna do it.
Okay.
And I have to thank Chelsea for this because she helped me find this
chocolate.
This Valentine's present I'll share with everyone.
Hey, since you're going to do that,
Yeah.
I have something else to bring in too. When you go get that, I'm going to go get something else.
Okay.
Because I sat here thinking I should have had it with me, but then I was just going to move it to the next podcast, but I'm going to bring it out today.
Okay. So we'll...
Not
Because
nearly
I was thinking of explaining something else. I'll explain it after I show the prize.
Yeah. Go get it.
Okay,
we'll be right back.
Okay, so just really quick, this is something I picked up for Chelsea. I hope she will enjoy it.
What?
It's a book of Jane Austen quotes. And some of them are from Pride and Prejudice, Emma. But there's like...
It's an insult guide.
It's an insult guide from Jane Austen. And I read the whole book in one night, and then I'm like, I have to give this to Chelsea.
Serving tea with a side of scorn.
Yes.
This is what I need.
Yes.
Thank you.
Anyway, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Okay. But Billy has something much more fun.
And I might cry.
All right. Okay, should be on camera here. This here is a new addition to my family. And his name is Dutch, and he's a chocolate lab puppy.
He's 8 weeks old.
Yeah, he's 8 weeks old. And, about a little more than 8 weeks old.
8.5.
Say hi to the camera, Dutch. I'm probably not close enough to the mic. But, so this is a new addition to our family. Little chocolate lab, Dutch chocolate. So, and again, that's thanks to Chelsea. We really appreciate her for helping us find this guy. So just real quick, because I never have mentioned it on the podcast, but I mentioned before my old dog, my old pup, Jack, a black Labrador, and he did pass away about a year ago, and hard for me to talk about. So I never really mentioned it on the podcast, but I appreciate everyone always mentioning him and when he popped on live streams and still haven't made that dog bed, so make it for this guy.
Yes.
Yes.
But,
welcome,
yes.
Dutch.
Welcome,
to the
Dutch.
So hopefully everyone enjoys soon. Want to say hello?
And we will be back on February 16th, 2026 for our next episode.
Thanks so much for stopping by.